Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Well, boys and girls, I've got a whale alert for you. Here's a piece from Daily Hodl about massive quantities of Bitcoin and XRP moving as, quote, crypto market turns red. I've also got a story for you about R3, and they are aggressively expanding. This is fantastic news for all of us in the XRP community because, of course, they're building atop the XRP ledger. So I'll talk to you a bit about that. And then I'll close out the video with a piece not related specifically to XRP. It's about Coinbase losing their banking partnership, which I've touched on a little bit in the past, but I got a new story from CoinDesk on this. Now, before we get going, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe. It's a pretty good idea. All right, so this piece is titled Whale Moves 45,893 Bitcoin and Ripple moves 18,703,000 XRP as crypto market turns red. Now, this was actually published late yesterday. So apparently, and I hadn't really been closely following the markets. I don't even check XRP price every day. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of boring. I don't know. And then there are some days then again where I will check multiple times. Like today, I'm probably going to check a ton of times just because there's been a lot of downward price action. I'm kind of curious. But anyway, so it's fascinating. So there are these whale moves, and it was a matter of hours, really, before I don't know how many hours. I don't know if it was several or 6 or 12, whatever it was. But this was right before the huge price crash that we saw today. So check this out. Let's check out the transactions here. Crypto whale sightings are on the rise as the market turns red. With Bitcoin dipping below $11,000, some of the largest holders of the leading cryptocurrency are on the move. Of the biggest transfers in the last 24 hours, only one involved Bitcoin making its way from an unknown wallet to an exchange, indicating that particular trader may be gearing up to sell as much as 500 Bitcoin worth $5.5 million. In the last 24 hours, whales have moved 45,893 Bitcoin worth $521.3 million. Here's a look at the most high-profile whale action in the last day. And I'm not going to read through all these for you, but if you want to take a look at the screen, feel free to hit pause, and you can see all the transactions, and they're citing specific exchanges as well to mostly unknown wallets, it looks like here anyway. And it's meanwhile, traders are also tracking what appears to be a programmatic sale of XRP from Ripple. The startup, which owns more than half of all XRP in existence, sent 18,703,000 XRP to an unknown wallet. Just 6 minutes later, the XRP in question was sent from the unknown wallet to a known wallet at the crypto exchange GateHub. And then they've got on the screen here a couple whale alerts citing this particular transfer. All right, and then they're right. Ripple holds most of its XRP in escrow and releases $1 billion per month in order to sell some of its holdings to crypto exchanges and institutional participants. In its latest XRP markets report, Ripple revealed that the company plans to curb its sales of XRP this quarter. In the second quarter of this year, Ripple sold $251.51 million worth of XRP. And you know what? I just remembered I saw some tweets from Bob Way, former Ripple employee, just yesterday, and it probably would have been good to pull him up here. Maybe I can do that in a future video. But he was talking about when it comes to Ripple sales, he doesn't believe that Ripple is in any meaningful way suppressing price. He did cite that Ripple selling XRP, I mean, it suppresses price, but only in the sense that every sale, like if I sell my XRP, that's price suppression. You know, it's not, of course, in any sort of meaningful way. He doesn't believe that. It was pretty clear to me in reading through his tweets that he doesn't believe that Ripple's engaging in that. And he said that he'd be pissed if he believed that they were. I think that's the word that he used. I think he wrote pissed off. If I'm mistaken, I apologize, Bob Way. But I'll have to pull up those tweets. But yeah, it seems pretty clear to me he just doesn't buy into the whole narrative that the XRP price has been low purely because of Ripple. And he made the point that Ripple is seeking to walk a fine line of selling what is appropriate for the ecosystem in the given moment. And I think that they have been doing that. And if they were truly suppressing price, then all of their sales, over the last few years, would have made it impossible for the parabolic moves up that we've seen, specifically going from half a penny to $3.92 in about 12 months. That did happen. And then this year, you saw a move from about 29 cents to over 50 cents. That's in the second quarter of this year. How's that Ripple XRP price suppression going? They're not very good at it, are they? You got almost 100% increase in the second quarter this year. It's like, no, I don't think so. I really don't think that's the case here. All right, next piece. This is from Cointelegraph here, and this is titled, R3 announces planned Dublin office amid aggressive expansion. Enterprise blockchain developer R3 announced on August 14th that it intends to open a second European office in Dublin in 2020. This comes just weeks after doubling the size of its London hub as part of an aggressive expansion plan. The new office, here's a subheading, hiring to expand global headcount by 25%. That's a pretty big deal. The new office will serve as a tech hub, staffed largely with engineering specialists working closely with the existing London team. R3 has embarked on a hiring mission which aims to increase its global headcount by around 1/4. As well as the double engineers, this will include commercial and client-facing roles around the world. Dublin has been increasingly in popularity as a tech hub, positioning itself as a successor to post-Brexit London with low corporate taxes and other benefits. R3 CEO David Rudder said, quote, "We chose Dublin because of the deep pool of existing blockchain and technical skills in the city, as well as its close connections to our existing hub in London." And guys, we want to see this because, as you may well know, maybe you're not aware, R3 has developed the Corda network, which is a smart contract platform that does not have a native digital asset. It is blockchain technology. And they also created separate technology from that called the Corda Settler. And sometimes when smart contracts are completed, it could result in a necessity of a monetary transaction to be completed. Corda Settler works in conjunction with Corda Network and allows settlement specifically via XRP. And so as cryptocurrencies are adopted, I think XRP is going to have staying power, and so does R3, obviously. You could see real additional adoption of XRP as an added asset to which, business entities and individuals perhaps would want to settle. And of course, I can envision a world where there are a lot of other developers out there, because you're going to need software, I think, especially while XRP is very volatile. It probably will be for over a decade or two, who knows how long. But a lot of people, when it's settled to XRP, it makes sense because it's quick. It's very cheap to settle to XRP and all that. But I think that a lot of people are probably going to convert to fiat currencies right away. And that software, the Settler, it does function differently than XRapid, where XRapid utilizes XRP as a bridge currency. With Corda Settler, you're settling directly to XRP. So in that sense, it's quite different, actually. Anyway, piece continues. While enterprise blockchain development is still a relatively new sector, it is now being deployed by some of the world's largest companies across a diverse range of industries. It is reaching a tipping point and becoming the mainstream. Rudder said, quote, "We're proud to host one of the most active and diverse ecosystems of blockchain applications, but to make sure that we keep up with the demand, significant investments into our personnel are essential." R3 recently partnered up with a Brazilian firm to develop a stock exchange focused on technology startups. Awesome stuff, guys. All right, last piece, and then I'll wrap up the video. This is from CoinDesk, titled, "Barclays is no longer banking Coinbase. The most prestigious banking relationship in crypto has ended." Wah, wah. Barclays, the London-based global bank, is no longer working with cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, industry sources told CoinDesk. And while Coinbase found a replacement in UK, upstart Clearbank, according to people familiar with the situation, the change has indirectly inconvenienced the exchange's users. That's because, aside from the cachet of working with a household name bank, Barclays connected San Francisco-based Coinbase to the UK Faster Payment Scheme, FPS, enabling users to instantly withdraw and deposit British pounds at the exchange. The end of the relationship disrupted Coinbase's access to FPS, which in turn slowed deposits and withdrawals in GBP for UK customers, which now take days to process. The situation is temporary, though, thanks to Coinbase's new relationship with Clearbank, one of the UK challenger banks that have sprouted up in recent years to compete with market incumbents. Clearbank is expected to restore Coinbase's FPS access by the end of the third quarter. Barclays, Clearbank, and Coinbase all declined to comment. Interesting indeed. So, and then they've got a subsection here titled Cold Feet, and let me read just a little bit of this. Companies that handle cryptocurrencies have a tough time getting banking partners, with almost all big-name banks eschewing that business. Hence, when Coinbase obtained a bank account with Barclays in early 2018, the news was greeted with some fanfare. The exchange was also granted an e-money license by the UK Financial Conduct Authority and was the first crypto firm to gain access to FPS. And the Financial Conduct Authority, by the way, have stated that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, not securities. How about that? Anyway, since then, word on the street is the Barclays got cold feet about crypto clients. People have varying opinions on why this might be the case, but nobody knows for sure. And here's a quote. "It is my understanding that Barclays' risk appetite has contracted a little. I'm not sure exactly why or what's been driving that. Maybe there's been some activity they are not happy with, but it's about Barclays' comfort level with crypto as a whole," said the CEO of a UK crypto company who chose to remain nameless. And so what do you think? Are they going to one day jump back into the world of crypto as they recognize that it is not going away? Because I foresee a world in the future where, and banks, I'm telling you, banks are not going away for so many reasons. And that's not the topic of this video, so I won't get too deeply into it. But I can definitely see a world where banks will be holding cryptocurrencies for individuals. I think it's a coming here. But I guess that's a good point to wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!